Adi, the Lord saith, there is a time to be humble, and there is a time to be fucking telling everybody, eat my dick. I believe that's what
Eat
the
a big
saying
fat
goes as.
dioc.
That's
Eat a
it.
big
Eat
fat
a dick.
dioc. Eat a big fat
And
dioc.
I want to
I
bring it up to you
actually,
because
I,
Monday we slapped him around, and Tuesday we slapped him around. Scott, you know what's happening. We're going on the fucking heater, bro. Want everybody to join us on the ride.
all right. So before we get into the numbers, you know, I was just thinking of Snoop Dogg because um, he's the one that sang that. And then I
Yeah.
swear to God, I don't usually remember dreams, but I had a dream on. I think just the other day or something, like, maybe it was last night or the night before. I had a dream that I was like friends with him, and like I went over to his house and I was smoking blunts with him, and
You look like Martha Stewart. You could be.
I mean that was a great show though when he used to get really stoned and cook food
The
with
best.
her and hang
Dude,
out
he's
with her.
great. He's great.
He's a trip, but 8-2 the last 2 days,
Yeah.
and I think you were up almost 7.25 units in 2 days. So,
Yeah.
you know, I like to rub it in the face of people that doubt us when we have a bad day. I don't know how many times I've told you, we lose bets, you cunts, and then we hit so many fucking bets that it washes all that down the drain. By the way, I shaved today for the first time in 5 days. I look
I tell you, you
like,
look fucking neat and trim, bro. I'm telling you, your hair is like perfectly styled. And you know what's weird? You normally have that hook where you go to baldness.
yeah.
Somehow you fixed it.
So
Did you?
what
Are you in
happened was
minoxidil?
is that my CPAP machine was causing that hook,
Yeah,
and so what I did was I moved the strap. Like I know you love strap-ons. I
I
moved the
do.
strap to the back of my head, and I
Yeah,
will say that the area of concern that I used to have in the back, uh, that Nutrafol, I will give them a plug. That shit
yeah,
works. I've been on
yeah,
it for like 7 months, and I had before that I had done Rogaine. So the
yeah.
day that my producer told me, he walked behind me. Speaking of Snoop Dogg, my guy Sizzle, Rasan Sizzle Salam, who
Yeah.
walked behind me one day in the Howard Stern studios, and he went, "Holy shit, you're going fucking bald, bro!" And I went
Nice.
into trauma. I started
Yeah,
doing the Riley. I would grease
yeah,
it back over my with gel. I would grease it over the bald spot. I was so nerve rattled by being balding that
yeah,
I did everything I could. I started pouring Rogaine in there and doing everything
yeah,
else. And then I finally got this stuff. It's expensive as fuck. The Nutrafol, it's 90 a month, and you have to do four every day. Well, I went down one. I was doing four, and then I was noticing I'd run out by the end of the month, and
right.
so I started doing three a day for 7 months, and it literally grew hair back in the area of concern. I no longer have that. And since I took the strap on back, I don't have the hook.
Can I share one thing with you? So that new medicine, that Nutrafil, whatever that is,
Nutrafol.
I thought, hey, you know what? I could try it on my
Yeah.
entire head. So Scotty, for 2 months, I was like dancing that shit all over the place. Nothing grew, but you know what I noticed? On the slit of my penis, I had these hairs sprouting out of my cockman. It's so bizarre. You look down.
But
Yeah,
you look good bald. Like my buddy Colhan Casey has always been bald, and he looks good too, bald. Some guys actually look good bald. You're one of them. He's another one of them. But I don't like my one buddy has like because I have obviously a receding. It's gone back over the years. Back in the day, I used to have really long hair when I was on
yeah.
MTV, and it
I
went
remember.
everywhere. And now this is just the fruits of labor of growing old. But I
Yeah.
have to tell you, you look fantastic, bald. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't like. I really don't like losing hair. I noticed I
Yeah.
still have my basketball sweatbands on
I,
from this morning. I smell.
I love it. So
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
go to the
shower up?
gym.
You didn't clean up.
I did not. I shaved so that I would look
Right.
good because I had actual action. I looked
Yeah.
like a street bum after a 4 day bender in Pittsburgh. I mean, so I left on Saturday and I drank until Tuesday night because when I got home, there was no food in the house.
It was
And
rough.
she does that periodically to piss me off when I go off partying and
Right.
she's home left to take care of everything. And then what? She's going to go shopping and she's going to walk the dog and she's going to do all the laundry and everything. So she does it on purpose. I come home and there's no food or anything, but I did have plenty of rum. So what I did was the only time I was sober the whole weekend was when I drove from the airport to my buddy's house and then to my house. And then once I got home, and there was no food, I went into rum protest. I just started drinking, and I drank for another day, and that's when you knew Tuesday there was a problem when I told you I'm hungover, sick hungover, and I can't do videos or work or do anything.
First time ever.
And then not only that, I did picks on top of your picks because I was too drunk to realize that you had already done them. I didn't scroll down. I also noticed on the community that there's a new post button as opposed to the plus button. I don't know if you did that or if they did that, like the app. But did you notice the plus black button is gone? I just noticed that today. You learn something new every day, Mickey.
On our app, it's a continuing work of art, and we love it. Hey, Scott, I'm going to switch us to sports. As much as I actually would love to talk about how good we look, we should move on. And by the way, for those of you who are more devout than I am, I'm sorry about that whole, God dick thing. My bad. Okay, onward. What we've got here, Scotty, first off, I wanted to ask you about the NFL.
I just wanted to say that. I haven't shit since like Sunday. It's like Tuesday now. So I think I'm having fallout from all the, let's just say, booze and pills and wine and women.
I get it. Hey, listen, I'm going to pull up these games. You go away, God damn it. All right, here we go. Scott, all I want to know real quick is, total faker, or do we got a team that might make the playoffs? Simple as that. We've watched the body of work for 2 games. Let's just go down it. We've got Commanders and Packers, 2 pretty good team. But right now, I think the Commanders could be in trouble. What do you think?
I don't think they're in trouble. I just think they lost to the Packers at Lambeau, and it's not an easy place to play.
True. Packers, you think, are one of the best in the NFL, frankly?
I think they have a good defense. I'm not convinced yet that they're all that offensively. They gave Love all that money. I think he's been good. There are different islands. There's good. I think he's good. I think, Josh Allen is great. I think
he's not
Patrick Mahomes is great. I will say, I know you're going to get to the Chiefs, but I've never seen that guy because he hasn't. He's never lost 3 in a row, but they have now. They lost the Super Bowl and they lost their first 2 games. And I love watching them fucking lose.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I know you do. The New York Giants threw up 37 points. The first week they scored 6. The next week they scored 37. And Russell Wilson at 37 had the best game of his professional career passing the ball. What do you make of that?
Today to a guy playing ball, he goes, which team's better, the Giants or the Jets? I said, I don't know, because Wilson, who I'm not a big fan of his. I thought his best years were obviously the 2 Super Bowl years when they won and then they lost. And I've never seen him throw for 454 yards, whatever it was on Sunday. But I don't think it was so much him as how bad the Cowboys defense is without Micah Parsons. I think that was one of the great errors in football over the last decade was Jerry Jones trading that guy away. I think he's a narcissist. There's nothing I hate more than guys that play, I'm just being honest, pro sports, and then never stop yapping on social media. They got their own podcast. They do just too much. I like guys that just play football and they try to win and then they get paid. I think that guy's painful because I know you've seen him before after games. He blames his teammates. He blames his own team for losing. He blames guys that don't show up and he comes right out with it. Guys in the locker room, I've been in a lot of locker rooms over my 41 years in sports media. Guys in the locker room fucking think that guys like him that talk shit about their own teammates are cunts.
Yeah, total, absolute. I want to throw out the Cowboys to you because I'm off that train. To me, I think they're fucked up. If you let the New York Giants drop 37 on
Yeah.
your head, I can't agree more. So I'm with you on the Cowboys.
I think their
I think
defense
both those
sucks.
teams are, both those teams are going nowhere. I am surprised, the Giants put pressure on the Cowboys, so their vaunted 4 rushers help. But you know what? They gave up a 40 piece.
They're still, look, they had no business losing that game, but
Oh,
they
they
did,
blew
and
it.
they're 0-2.
0 and
I
2.
guarantee you, if two things, if they keep losing, Jackson Dart will be the starting quarterback by week 8,
Yeah.
and secondly, if they keep losing, Dable and Shane
Done.
are both going to get fired
Yeah,
by
they're
now.
gone. Gone. Absolutely gone. Hey, what do you think about the Seahawks? You got to watch them live.
I got to tell you, I was really impressed. I got to be fair. I thought Darnold, everything he did worked over the middle. He was throwing underneath and he was throwing slants all day on the Steelers. The Steelers' vaunted defense is a joke. The Jets lit him up and the Seahawks lit him up.
Lit them up.
Literally, Darnold, everything he did worked. They didn't have any kind of a running game, but their passing and Jig was great. They are good even without Metcalf. That offense moves down the field, and when they get in scoring position, they strike, and they kick the Steelers' ass. I will say this: I was, a couple things were happening. One, it was 90 degrees. Two, I was drunk on warm Modelo. I was getting sunstroke. The sun was 90 degrees, beating down on my face. And the
Thank
side
God you
of my
got
head,
hair.
sort of, the
Yeah.
sun moved a lot like this sky behind me. The sun
Yeah.
moved as the day went on. So for the second half, I got full facial and ear sunburn, leg sunburn, arm
Yeah.
sunburn on one
Looks
side.
like cum. Yeah, I know.
Secondly, Aaron Rodgers is awful. If he wouldn't have had the 63-yard strike to Warren, which was a 20-yard pass and a 40-yard run,
Yeah.
if he wouldn't have had that pass, he literally would have thrown for about 90 yards. He was fucking shit awful.
Yep. Yeah. Went from 4 touchdowns to blowing cock. The Rams, Scott.
I think the Rams are good. I think they were 20 yards short of beating the Eagles last year in the playoff game. And I think they're still legitimate. And I think they're a playoff contender for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the Jets. It's
we cashed
brutal.
them on Sunday, the Rams.
Bills.
I mean, the Bills are absolutely for real. I thought, we should have probably put the Bills up on Sunday. We had a winning day, as usual, and I thought that they were automatic. I bet on Dallas, and they didn't cover. They won by 3. They didn't cover to 5.5.
Yeah.
You should have bet on the Bills because the Bills always beat the shit out of the Jets as long as Josh Allen's around.
All right, you go look back because I thought we had money on the Bills. I can't believe we missed that. Patriots and the Dolphins played, 2 teams. I don't know where the fuck they're going. Patriots and Dolphins. First off, what do you think about the Patriots, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not buying the Patriots. I think they're a 500 team at best, and that would be good for Vrabel if you ask me. And I am not buying the Jets. If you haven't noticed, they're 0-2, just like the Giants. So everyone talks about the Jets every year and the Giants around here going to the Super Bowl, and they never go anywhere except to Florham Park. I was by there the other day on the 287.
The Jets facility. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful Florham Park. Jersey's a stellar place. The Bengals now, we've got 3 months of no Broadway Joe.
Finished.
What do you think? Done. I agree. Just fucking done. Jaguars.
Yeah, I still am not convinced that they're anything more than the Jaguars. I think they're, whatever. I'm not, they're 1-1. They just don't matter. They won a game, big deal. Everybody has to win a game. Everybody has to, you play 2 games, you win one of them, I guess you're okay. But I'm not worried about the Jaguars. To me, they don't matter.
Yep. So we have the 49ers and the Saints. I'm not going to waste your time with the Saints. They actually didn't look horrific because the 49ers didn't look good. But, 49ers, what do you think?
Well, there was a guy trying to get me to bet on the Saints, and I just don't do that. The Niners beat them anyway without Kittle, without Purdy. And, Mac Jones got it done. That's all there is to it. So they're 2-0, whether you like it or
Yep.
not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not, listen, the Browns are what they are, but I do want to ask you about the Ravens.
Well, I think the Ravens are legit. I think they, blew the game against the Bills. When you score 40 and lose, something's wrong with you. But I think that, if they play them again in Buffalo or in Baltimore in the AFC title game, I think the Ravens will beat them. I'll tell you why. I don't think King Henry will fumble late in the game. That's why the Bills won that game. They were down 15. All I know is the Ravens were kicking their ass, and they let it go. And
2 minutes.
Mistakes
2
and
minutes.
fumbles, that's what kills you.
Yeah.
The Bills never go to the Super Bowl, by the way. They always choke in the title game. So the Chiefs kick their ass, and they beat the Ravens in the playoffs. I don't think that'll happen again. I think right now I'm willing to take a risk and say the Ravens will get revenge on the Bills because they had them by the throat, let it slip through their fingers. Josh Allen got lucky. They won the game. I won't deny they deserved it. When you get it done, you deserve it. When you're down 15 and you still win the game in the fourth quarter, that's all that matters, money time.
I'm with you. Lions just blew the Bears, out of the world.
That was the team we bet on. We bet on Dallas and the Lions instead of the Bills and Lions, which is what we should have done. But you think about it, in the 2 weeks we've had both winning Sundays. We made money. I remember the first week I went 9-5 in spreads overall on this show. And then last week, again, we had a winning week. So I do believe that the Lions are still legitimate.
Yeah, we've got this is really, to me, this is a fascinating team. And maybe it's, I'm just fascinated by Danny Dimes. I don't know what, but the Colts.
Look, I thought that was a great bet on Sunday. The 1.5, I was on Dimes again, and I thought the Broncos blew the game. They had the game won. They were up big in the fourth quarter, and they just let the Colts hang around long enough to pull that off. Now, I don't know who they're playing this week yet. I mean, I haven't. I think I looked at it once.
Right.
I know they're on the road, so I think they played their first 2 games at home, so they're on the road this week. We'll see if they can win on the road. I don't know where they're playing. I don't feel like looking it up.
I don't blame you. I told you early on, everybody was saying maybe the Panthers were going to turn the corner. I told you at the beginning of the season they were going to suck dick. Cardinals.
I think they're posers. I think they've won their first 2 games, and I'm not convinced anything yet that they're some great team because they never get it done. I mean, they went to 1 Super Bowl, and the Steelers beat them.
Agreed. Hey, Eagles and Chiefs. They played, right? 20-17 result. Eagles are 2-0. That's just the way it is. And the Chiefs are 0-2. Buying or selling? Eagles pretty easy.
Well, I would love to see the Chiefs continue to lose. I think that would be fantastic for America and for sinners. And I believe that the Eagles are still the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, are you buying the Falcons at all? I mean, to me, that was a little bit of a surprising result, 22-6.
Well, we hit the game. We had the Falcons in 3.5, so we hit the Sunday night game, and we hit both Monday night football games. So for everyone that doesn't like it, have a sandwich and put mayonnaise on it because it'll look good on the corner of your lip.
Yep, that sticky mayo. I know the kind.
Sticky fucking. Yeah.
That mayo is precious, and you can also get, if you need more of it, you can get it down at the sperm bank. Enjoy. The Buccaneers and the Texans.
I bet on the Texans and hit the bet, or the Bucs and hit the bet against the Texans. I think they're legit. I think Baker Mayfield's legit.
Baker Mayfield. And he is legit.
Boy, he was one man's trash, another man's gold. He has turned into gold down in Tampa, hasn't he? Remember the Browns gave up on him? And then he actually did a good job backing up Stafford in L.A., and then he went to Tampa, and he's been a godsend there. I think they're legit.
Yeah, and his next contract, by the way, is going to be the full bag. He's going to be close to $60 million. Last, I want to ask you about. I'm not going to bother with the Raiders. Chargers.
Oh, they're for certain, for real. I think Orange Sherbert's a great quarterback. And you and I have been hitting props on
Yeah.
Keenan Allen. When he plays for LA, he's great. When he played in cold weather in Chicago and they didn't throw him the ball, he was miserable. He's always been a Charger in San Diego and LA. And I think he's a great receiver. I think that they have a legitimate team, the LA Chargers. The Rams and Chargers, to me, are both headed to the playoffs.
I have to agree with you. I'm going to switch gears on you, Scotty, because we got a really good slate of college football coming up, and we've only got about 8-9 minutes left, Scott. So I want to let you take a crack at just first pass on college football. All right, I'm skipping the first game, which was Rice and Charlotte. That's Thursday night. We'll probably put some action on it. The game's a piece of shit. Tulsa and Oklahoma State is Friday night. You got any skin on that game at all? Any feeling? Two pretty shitty teams.
I mean, Oklahoma State has had the shit beat out of them already. I think Gundy's in trouble in Stillwater. I think it's getting real stale, that football team. They're playing Tulsa at home. They should beat Tulsa. They got to beat Tulsa in Stillwater. It's 12.5. But, yeah, that's not a team I'm willing to bet my money on. I'm not interested in betting on that team. I don't believe in them at all. I think his time there is coming to an end soon enough. Here's the deal. I would fire Gundy at Oklahoma State. I would not fire Dabo Swinney. This guy has won 8 of the last 10 ACC titles. He's played in 4 title games, and you're going to fire him for who?
Right. Yeah, where are you going to get a player? Interesting game for you. Louisville with a massive spread. Call it 4 scores. Louisville against Bowling Green. And I can tell you, it is. AI loves Bowling Green, but there you have it.
So Louisville is at home playing Bowling Green?
Yeah, and it's right now we've got it. What do we got? 27. AI's got it at about a 23-point result, Scott. And it's really most places, it's about 4 scores. Bet Rivers, 27.5 on the spread, Scotty.
I'm not laying that kind of wood with Louisville ever, but they should beat Bowling Green's ass. I think the better game, and even though it stinks too, is Iowa and Rutgers.
Right. All right. I'm gonna breeze through some of these because some of the games I just have zero interest in. But some games I've got some room here with the spread. First off, Utah 3-0, Texas Tech 3-0. Who do you like?
I like Utah at Rice Eccles always when they play in Salt Lake.
Okay, fair enough. Memphis at 3-0, Arkansas at 2-1. 7.5-point spread, Scott.
Arkansas will win that game by 10 or more.
Wow. Okay. TCU is 2-0. SMU is 2-1. Who do you like?
Well, I guess TCU doesn't. So the game's literally in Dallas. That's a Dallas rivalry. I think TCU will beat them.
Yeah, I got TCU winning in double digits. The spread is 6.5. Right now, AI, as well as my HI, human intelligence, is telling me that will be a double-digit game. Maryland, 3-0. Wisconsin, 2-1. Maryland looked good, obviously.
Where's the game?
Maryland. The game's in Wisconsin, Scott. The spread is 10.5 points at FanDuel. It's 10.5. And Wisconsin, we think Wisconsin will win, obviously, but I don't have them covering.
Too many points. I think it's too many points. I think that's I think that smells to me of a hook game. I bet they beat them by 10.
AI agrees with you. Clemson against Syracuse. Clemson is 1-2, obviously, Scott. Syracuse is 2-1. I can't believe Clemson is not going to come out and steamroll them. But where do you? I don't know.
I mean, I'm guessing that game's in Death Valley at Clemson.
It is, Scott.
They're going to kill them.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to skip a couple games here. Just not interested. Oh, you know what? Let me just ask you one. I'm so bummed. Army looks like shit this year. North Texas 3-0. Army 1-1. I had so much fun watching Army last year, but I think North Texas easily covers the 2.5-point spread there and probably wins by 7.
Is the game in Frisco?
No, the game is where you and I love. The game is up at
West Point.
Army at West Point.
I think Army might beat them.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Blowout game, Tennessee against UAB, but it's a 41-point spread, Scott, and I'm not sure that's coverable. That's too many to me.
I don't know. They're at home. They might beat them. They might. I mean, UAB's in trouble at Knoxville. I think
Yeah,
that's that's like Indiana playing Indiana State. They beat them by 73.
70. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Uh, Whoever thought Oregon 3-0, Oregon State 0-3? What the fuck?
Yeah,
35-point
listen,
spread,
that's
Scott.
well. Look, Oregon State looks like shit, but it is a rivalry game. Uh, what do they call it? Isn't that like the Apple Cup or something they call it?
Yeah, it's
Something
some
like that.
bullshit. Yeah,
Am
yeah,
I tripping? Isn't that what they
yeah.
call it?
I think they do call it that, but you are tripping. So I mean, I think I
Is
got
it?
two yeses for you.
I mean,
That's too many points for me. Just so you know, I'm not in love with that. I may not play that game, but that's too many points. Rivalry game,
let me
giving
just
up
see. I want to
35
get
and
this
a
right.
hook.
It is not. It's Washington and Washington State is the Apple Cup.
Oh,
So
is that what it is?
yeah, I fucked that up. So Oregon should beat the shit out of them, but 34 and a half is dangerous. But I think they might be able to do it. Oregon State sucks this year.
Yeah, that's just absolutely terrible. Notre Dame at 0-2 against Purdue, 2
Notre
and
Dame's
1. The
going to
spread is
kill
25.
Purdue. They're
Fair
going to
enough.
take out all their frustrations. A&M stole that game from them in South Bend, and I think Notre Dame's season is over in terms of the playoff.
Yeah, I still can't believe they blew that, by the way. Nebraska 3-0 against Michigan, 2 and 1. Nebraska getting 3? Wow.
And that game is at
In
Nebraska.
Nebraska. I don't buy that spread.
I like Nebraska at home. Michigan went to Norman and got their ass beat by Oklahoma. This is like going down the street to get your ass beat by Nebraska.
Right. I agree with that. I'm going to take a quick pop, Scott. We've got a ton of AI data on that. I'm tracking that bet in our tracker right now. Next up, Scotty, a blowout game, Florida State against Kent State. The spread is 47 on Bet Rivers.
Oh, Kent State's horrible. Florida State's going to beat the living shit out of them.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not really worth talking about. I'm going to go to two undefeated, Scott. The spread is 11 and a half. It's Ole Miss at 3-0, Tulane at 3-0. They are playing at Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss actually fucking blowing them out.
Yeah, I like the Jewish kid, as you know, Retzlaff. They're really decent with him, but they're going to get trounced in Oxford.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Jewish kids never win in Mississippi. They just get killed on bridges. Yeah, that never happens. Oklahoma's 3-0 and Auburn is 3-0. The spread is 7 points, Scott. It's in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's going to win that game, but I'll tell you what, it's 6.5. I'm looking at 6.5.
Fair enough. I can get 7. Yeah, but it's expensive at Bet Rivers
Look,
is 120. It's 6.5.
I mean to tell you, that's a field goal game if I've ever seen one. I think Auburn might cover.
I got Auburn. Yeah, I actually have Auburn on one of the best plays of the day because we have 4
Can they
points.
go there and actually perform at Norman? Why not?
I agree. Listen, I agree. I mean, I've got it with you. I've got it a 2-3 point game. So there's a ton of room there, Scott. I'm going to move on in towards the evening now. Push up to, let's see if I can just find you a couple other good games before we wrap this up. That sucks. That sucks. You know what? Let me throw this out to you. Missouri at 3-0 against South Carolina at 2-1. The spread is 12 points. Missouri is home, Scott. It's 7 p.m.
So the game's at Missouri,
Yes.
and they're laying 12
12.
to South Carolina. I think it's too many points.
It is. I have you at a 3-point variance there. I have it, well, actually, I've had 8.5 point game. My money's going on South Carolina.
Yeah.
Next up, actually, you know what? I'm going to put that one into the hopper too, Scotty, because I really like that. That one's going into our tracker.
How
All
about
right.
Miami and Florida at Hard Rock, and Miami's laying 7 and a hook to the Gators? I think the Canes beat them. I mean, we've already seen Florida lose. They're 1-2, and Billy Napier's in trouble down in Gainesville. I think the Canes are going to beat them.
I think they're not just going to beat them. They're going to piss on their ass. I love the Canes. I'm going to track it into the track. I love the Canes in this game.
Golden shower.
Right. That'll be we've got the dank bitch of the week in the golden shower
How
game.
about Illinois and Indiana, two unbeatens at night in Bloomington?
Yeah.
The Hoosiers are laying 4.5. That's real
Indiana
sketchy
all
to
the
me.
way.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm taking Indiana all the way. Indiana to fuck them up. I've got a 4-point variance there across all of our engines, and I'm marking the game. What were you going to say? You're about to go Illinois? I don't like Illinois in this one.
I just think it's going to be a really good game. I think Illinois' got a great quarterback, and I think that they're not afraid of Indiana. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think the edge Signetti has. I think they've won 11 in a row in Bloomington, which they'd never done before, ever. They've never won 11 straight home games. This is a big game for them. I think they have to go out and beat Illinois.
Me, it's just the tale of two teams, and one, to me, is just simply better. Indiana's dangerous. I'm sorry. They are dangerous this year.
They can
All right,
score.
What's that?
They can score.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've got a couple last games for you, Scott. I'm going to hit you with two more, and we're going to call it a day.
Right.
California, 27, and, of course, San Diego State, which
How
you have an
about
affiliation
the
with.
over that I hit on Saturday night with Cal in Minnesota by a
Yeah.
hook. It went to
Right.
41, and we had it at 40 and a hook, and we covered. That was phenomenal. I was watching that game. It was the last game of the day on television. I was hammered seeing double, and I stayed up because I needed
You needed the hook.
the over to hit for a couple of really good totals that we hit on Saturday night.
Right. Absolutely. I'm
Oh,
going
who
to
are
let
they
you know
playing?
real
Who are
quickly
they
here.
playing?
The California, San Diego State, the spread is 12 and a half. And man, there's no way that California, in my opinion, is winning that game by 13. I don't give a shit in San Diego State. I think San Diego State is not all that good. That spread is way too high.
I'm with you. The game's at Snapdragon. My son goes to school there. I think that that'd be a great cover. San Diego State late night in Snapdragon to cover that spread at least. I'd like to see him upset Cal. I watched Cal Saturday night. They're not that good. Their quarterback sucks.
Yeah, I want to tell everybody, which I was about to say, Scott, when you brought that up. I'm going to look at that money line because that money line is going to bounce into 2+ easy dollars. So I'm going to take a peek at that money line, maybe with a half unit. Onward. USC against Michigan State, 3-0, 3-0. USC is home. Scott, 18.5 points.
It's too many points for a good game. I think it's going to be tighter than that. Michigan State might cover.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's too many points, and I'm with you. I think you got to cover. Hey, Scotty, we are getting screamed at. I love being back with you, brother. Hey, guys, we're going to be recording another show tomorrow. We're going back to back, so we'll throw some more stuff about college football tomorrow. But tomorrow, Scott and I are also going to take a look at pro football coming up on Sunday.
We got Miami and Buffalo tomorrow night, and then we'll look at all of Sunday's games.
Yeah, we'll throw some prop action also, guys, on the football game tomorrow night. Scotty, love you, brother. Gotta go.
I hope everybody made a lot of money with your 7 1/4 units, and you're sucking on that big fat dialog.